And good morning. It is 10 a.m. and we are back with another one. F1 with Josh. My name is Josh, and let's get through it today. Let's hit it nice and hard, man. So we got some team car reveals being confirmed. We got some tracks that are down to replace China from 2024, and some new teams potentially coming into the sport, and then some potential powertrain power unit suppliers, and then a driver who I feel in 2022 was the most underrated driver. In my opinion, he should be more highly rated. So yeah, we got that to look forward to. So ladies and gents, welcome to it. If it is your first time hearing the show, welcome. If please let me know about any questions or queries you might have, any comments you have. Please let me know down in the comment section on YouTube or on Facebook. Please let me know. That would be fantastic. First song up, we got two songs. First one by Def Kev, and this song is Invincible. Enjoy.
I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That last one was a cartoon featuring Daniel Levy. The song there for that one called On and On. Okay, so let's pop into it right now, man. So, team car reveals for 2023 popping off like nobody's business, man. Okay, so this is how it's going to start at the moment in Feb, okay? So, 11th of February, we've got Alpha Tauri. 13th of Feb, we've got two car reveals on the same day. We've got Aston Martin and McLaren. 14th of Feb, Valentine's Day, we've got Ferrari. And 16th of Feb, we have Alpine. So, looking forward to those. It's going to be interesting to see how the Aston Martin and McLaren car reveals are going to go, because I can't imagine they would be at exactly the same time. So yeah, as we move on, I will be keeping an eye on those to see. There's still about 5 more teams that need to sort out their car reveals, confirming dates and whatnot. So yeah, just waiting for those. And then the month of Feb is set to be an interesting one, as well as pre-season testing starting during that time as well. So also keep an eye out for that. We definitely love that. And we'll get to see the new drivers in the new cars, in the new positions, man. That's what I love. Okay. I touched on this a few weeks ago, right? And I'll be honest, the tracks to replace China is down to three. Okay, but it's only from 2024 because nothing's actually been discussed for 2023 as yet. I am keep trying to keep tabs on it as best as I can. But from 2024 onwards, we're looking at three really, really decent tracks. That I would. The first two I've driven in games before, so they are both really decent tracks. The third one I never knew existed, but that is what it's about: getting new tracks in that you've never seen before. Okay, so these tracks are Kyolami here in South Africa. We've got Sepang in Malaysia, and we've got Barranquilla in Colombia. Okay, so that's gonna be really interesting. Let me know in the comments section what tracks would you prefer to replace China? Not only in 2024 next season, but what about right now? Because it's rocking, that slot is rocking up very, very fast the more we wait. Okay, something special for you guys coming up, but after a little bit of a tune, Mr. Jim Yusuf with the song Samurai. Enjoy.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
And there we go, that last one right there. That last one was Junji with Heroes Tonight featuring Jonning. So yeah, can you feel it? It's a different feel today. Can you feel it? I'm loving it, I'm loving it, I'm loving it. A little bit of dance music for y'all, man. Yeah. Okay. I will never ever do that again. But yeah, so we got some new teams that have been confirmed to be joining F1. Most notably, the Andretti Motorsport. Words, English, please, thank you. The Andretti Motorsport that has been trying to get into F1 for a while now, is now collaborating with, who guessed it, Cadillac, of all, and General Motors. So out of everybody they could have chosen, they chose Cadillac. Like, I'm all for like new manufacturers. I just never guessed that Cadillac would be interested in getting into the sport. So they are set to enter from 2026, along with Porsche and Hyundai. You know that car brand that sounds like Sunday? Yeah, Hyundai. They are interested in becoming power unit suppliers. So what that essentially means is that from 2026, when the new engine regulations kick in, the engines change, these guys will be able to come in either as new teams or new engine suppliers. Okay, so that I think is pretty cool. I know that Ford has also been pegged to come in, maybe partnering potentially with Red Bull. But if I'm honest, if they're not willing to partner with Porsche, I don't really see how Ford can get them to commit, because essentially that would be like half of their powertrains division going over to Ford or being controlled by Ford. So yeah, I know Hyundai is interested in being a power unit supplier as well as a works team. I've actually personally seen the livery. The livery looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks so good. Let me know as well, you guys, what teams would you like to see from 2026? Because then that, just to make it a little bit more spicy, you know what I mean? Of course, we've got just one sec here. Sorry about that. Of course, we've got Audi taking over Sauber and Alfa Romeo. And then we've got Andretti Motorsport coming in with Cadillac as their new, as a potential partnership there. That's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to also see what their livery is. But how cool would it be, like, I was actually thinking about this the other day, right? How cool would it be for like someone like Mitsubishi, Subaru, Lamborghini, to like come into the sport? Like, I was actually just thinking about that, and I'm like, ooh, that'd be tasty. That'd be tasty. Get another Italian team on the grid, man. Because now, when this actually happens in 2026, Andretti Motorsport and Cadillac entering the sport, there's going to be two teams, since they're going to be one team together. You see what I mean? So getting another Italian team. Look, I know AlphaTauri is technically Italian because it used to be Toro Rosso, which is Italian for Red Bull. I see what you did there, Red Bull. Very clever. But they're not necessarily an Italian team per se. But I'd like to see like a car brand like Lamborghini, Maserati, or something that comes into the sport that has racing pedigree. Obviously, we know Lamborghini from the Le Mans series. They're very featured in the touring car stuff. They're very, not really the touring car stuff, but more like the supercar races and stuff. They are very prevalent in there. Mitsubishi, like I said, they've got good rally credibility. They're up there in the world of rally. Subaru as well. They're very well known in the rally world. So I think those teams particularly would be able to get up and running very, very quickly. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube. Okay, it has come to that time. My name is Came to that time. But yeah, it has come to that time where I pick in my opinion, is the most underrated driver in 2022. Okay, so now what Weez is gonna do, right? What I'm gonna do, I'm.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that. I did not realize I was gonna play. Oh yeah. So, launch dates. That's sick. Okay. In my opinion, The most underrated driver in 2022 is Esteban Ocon. Let me tell you why. Okay. 2016, when he was in the Manor, he didn't score any points. Okay. 2017, when he was in the Force India, he scored 87. At that time, that was the highest points tally he's ever scored. 2018, in the Racing Point, 49. 2020, 62, beating 2018. 2021, 74, beating out 2020. But in 2022, 92 points for Alpine in his second season at Alpine, beating out 2017 by five more points. Okay, so he gets my most underrated driver of the day. I think he deserves actually a lot more respect than what he gets. Yes, there's this thing going back and forth with Pierre Gasly, but I'm waiting to see how that partnership works together, because I think him and Pierre Gasly, I think they are an absolute amazing pairing at Alpine. I think they'll get a whole lot of good points for the team, and also that they're readjusting the floor for the season. So, as with all teams, they are actually they're lifting the floor by 15 millimeters. So the reason for that essentially is because of the porpoising they were having trouble with early on in the season, and you could literally see the back end of all the cars just hitting the road as they were driving, causing some back issues for Hamilton, some neck issues for other drivers. So yeah, it's good to see that the FIA are actually deciding to do something about it. And I know throughout the season, Mr. Sebastian Vettel has also actually been very open and honest when it comes to the thing of the safety of drivers. So yeah, because he was like the I want to say team leader, but it wasn't even that. He was like the driver's speaker, if I can put it like that. I don't even know what the terminology is anymore, but yeah, it's he was like the person that was always fighting for better safety for the Formula One drivers, and I think that is something that everybody's gonna miss going into this season. And we are still trying to keep tabs on Vettel's future, as we're still waiting for confirmation to see if what we had last week on the show was just a rumor. So I am keeping tabs on that, as well as checking out what you guys feel is the right call for teams going into this season. Let's see what we got here. So let's just go here. Let's see. Okay, so preseason testing starting in Feb, so that's good. Nothing updated as yet on the Twitter feed of F1. Let's maybe check Williams Racing, because I know that they're still in trying to get a team principal at the moment. So this week, Williams Racing sharing a picture of Logan Sargent working out, getting ready for the Formula One season alongside Mr. Alex Albon, who last season, I think last season was his standout season for sure. Yes, he's had a few difficult races, but I mean, it's Formula One. That's bound to happen. But yeah, yeah. Seems like Logan Sargent is raring to go. He's looking very pumped. I'm not gonna lie. Also checking up on that story about Susie Wolf potentially becoming the team principal of Williams Racing. There's nothing yet on that. I will keep my ears open for that one. As we go to another team who's actually still looking for a team boss, actually. I think it's actually Alfa Romeo, actually. Yeah, Alfa Romeo. Let's see if they've got anything juicy for us today. Alright, they're just posting their favorite moments with Fred Vasseur. Last day at Sauber. Very, very interesting. You guys can go check that out. Give them a follow. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Also, a little thing, Valtteri Bottas sporting a bit of a hairstyle. He's got a new hairstyle and a moustache, which is interesting. So, obviously he's had the moustache before, but I remember towards the end of the season, he looked like he needed a bit of a haircut. So obviously he did that. It looks a lot better, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, Valtteri Bottas, he's I think he's really enjoying his role at Sauber at the moment because he's the team number one. And I think Alfa Romeo this season we're gonna see something special from him, because they've got a reliable pair of hands in Bottas, and they've got a rookie in their team who's now not officially not in his rookie season anymore. He is actually Zhou Guan Yu, and he actually surprised me. You know, I'm gonna be honest. He actually surprised me, and I'm actually glad that he did, because I didn't expect him to get as many points as he did. I think it just goes to show how much of an amazing driver he actually is. And I think AlphaTauri, soon to become Audi, has an absolute gem on their hands with Zhou Guan Yu. So yeah, that is my humble opinion. Okay. Alright, let's go into one track of music right now. This is Sin Cole with Feel Good. Enjoy.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through?
No, 20 minutes left of the show. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 for And there we go. That last song by Spectrum, and that one was Shine. Are you shining today? I hope you are, because the sun is out. So yeah, as we come to the end of this hour-long show, let's go back onto Twitter real quick. See if there's any updates for you guys. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any song requests that you would like to see, would like to hear, let me know in the comment section down below. Also remember that we do have a Discord as well. Fancy that. We do have a Discord. And I will see if I can post the link to that Discord so you guys can come join me and chat to me live. And you can make song requests and ask questions and all that amazing, awesome stuff. You know what? I got an idea. I have an idea. You know what? Let's hold a vote on what you feel the best battle of 2022 is. Now, that is a really huge question. Okay, so I'll put the poll out on Twitter. Please remember to follow me on Twitter. Joshua Nosh. Wow, I'm butchering my own surname. How's that? So it's Joshua Not / that F1 guy, and I will put a poll on there asking you guys, the community, who do you feel your top battle was for the season? Is it a battle involving Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, or Fernando Alonso and someone else, or whoever it is? Let me know, and we can get that popping for the next show. I think that's a really cool idea. So now I'll post that later today. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the music. It's all a bit of a different feel today. I hope you like it. So yeah, if you guys could pick, since I mentioned earlier that there are two teams that still need team bosses. Let's look at the options for those teams. Those teams are Williams and Alfa Romeo. Okay, so now let's start with Alfa Romeo. So Alfa Romeo is going to be turning into Audi Sport. So it's going to be the Audi Works team. So now Andreas Seidel has moved from McLaren to Alfa Romeo, soon to be labeled Audi from 2026. Okay. Now, the reason for that is because he's actually got a history with the VW brand that has the likes of Lamborghini, Audi, Porsche, all those guys. And he actually, I think, was a CEO or team principal of one of the teams for their rally season. So it makes sense that he would jump ship to Alfa Romeo. Now, let's see, who do you think could be the potential team boss for Alfa Romeo? Now, with that, it's a bit interesting, simply because you got Mattia Bonotto, who's been pegged to be, I think, to go to Williams. Part of me thinks that's a rumor, because I don't really know if he would do that, to be honest with you. But as proved by the silly season, majority of the stuff that we've seen with the drivers changing places and the team bosses and one CEO changing places to different teams, we've come to realize this is a different ball game. This is a different ball game altogether, because now, for the first time in I don't know how long, we've got two teams that are still sitting without a team principal, and one of those teams actually doesn't have a technical director either. So now they have to do extra work to not only get a team principal, but also a technical director. So that is going to be interesting. What would be actually pretty good is if maybe someone like, let's see, who's a technical director? Someone like Adrian Newey. I know he's probably not a technical director, but someone of his caliber going to like Williams to fulfill that role. That would be very interesting. I think Mattia Bonotto to either Alfa Romeo or Williams. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, that could work because he's got a vast amount of experience, and now he's got a few seasons worth of team principal experience as well, which is good because he started back around the time of Michael Schumacher working on the engines. He was a engine engineer. That's a funny thing to say, but he was in the engineering department working on the engine. Okay, and he was there around the same time as Michael Schumacher. Okay, and he's experienced success before with Ferrari. So now I'm wondering, could he potentially bring, no matter which team he chooses or goes for, it's going to be interesting to see how he does with a team that's got a smaller budget, but at the same time, because they got a smaller budget's the same, but because they've got more wind tunnel time to see how they can develop that car, that Alfa Romeo or that Williams or whatever. Because the way it works, depending on where you start, where you finish in the season, that dictates how much time you get in the wind tunnel to develop your aerodynamics. Okay, so for instance, if let's say Mercedes finished at the top and got the Constructors' Championship, Drivers' Championship, which they have for majority of the last couple of seasons. So someone like them would not receive as much wind tunnel time as, say, maybe someone like Williams, Haas, or Alfa Romeo would. Okay, so then where you finish depends on, also gives you, like, I suppose, more development time. As we saw with Haas in the last 2 seasons, they actively decided not to update their car for the longest time, and I think to a degree that actually hurt them in the long run, because I think they could have actually finished a lot higher than what they did had they upgraded their car. And I think I was personally expecting a little bit more out of Aston Martin, simply because they had someone that was a team leader and a team leader like Sebastian Vettel for 2 seasons. I don't really get how that dynamic worked, because clearly Seb outperformed Lance on track and in qualifying, because, like I've said this on the show before, that the last 2 seasons Sebastian Vettel has outpaced Lance Stroll in that Aston Martin, and I don't think he deserved the treatment that he got from Aston Martin. I think, being a 4-time world champion, you should get a bit more respect, if you know what I mean. I don't like that they decided to put Lance on that pedestal of being the first driver in that aspect, because look, on his day Lance can be an amazing driver, but he also is prone to quite a few mistakes, as we have seen from Vettel as well. But I I don't like the fact that he's getting in the team, particularly he's getting preferential treatment over a four-time world champion. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sure if you feel differently about that, then you're more than welcome to tell me in the comment section. Yeah, if I just don't get how teams can have like a four-time world champion, but then mess him around as far as strategy goes towards the end of the season. Because I think Sebastian Vettel, yes, he didn't have a great 2 years with Aston Martin. Let's be real. Like, let's be real. Okay, but at the same time, he still put that Aston Martin in the points and outperformed that Aston Martin. And for me, that just goes to show how good he actually is. And he still has it. Why did he retire? He still has it, man. And I actually watched an interview with him, and he actually said, I have to find something now to fill that passion and fill that drive. I'm like, but I just don't retire. It's that simple. But it's, if he was to come back, it would defeat the purpose of him saying, Yana, I wanted to spend more time with my family. I get that. And the drivers get to a certain age and a certain point in their lives where they feel like they need to spend more time with their family. Like, I respect that. But one of my favorite drivers is now not in the sport, so now I'm like, now I have to try to find someone else to support. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe Charles Leclerc. I think he has the ability to become a champion in my opinion. I do think that Ferrari dropped the ball with him on multiple occasions, mainly with 100% with strategy. Because again, he did make some mistakes, but at the same time, you can't fault him for that because we're all human at the end of the day. We can't all be superhuman 100% of the time. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. And the second you think that you're superhuman and you're untouchable, something happens and then your confidence goes down. Then you have to start from ground one, go back to basics. It's the same with everything. If you're struggling with something, just go back to basics and then you'll get it back. But yeah, that's my little inspirational thing for the day. Yeah, it has come to that time, ladies and gents. I'm gonna sign off, and we're gonna do it with a song called Everything by Diamond Eyes. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I shall see you next week, 10 a.m. F1 with Josh. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Broken alone, I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world. I'm in pain, you hide and disappear like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me. Oh you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me. Oh you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me.